Hello folks, this is Pac-Man from the Two Wheel Texans and Adventure Rider Forum. Gonna go through the Interphone Procase mount and show you putting the phone into the case and taking it out of the case using the charging cord and the waterproof plug for the charging cord as well. I'll also go over the setup of the phone really quickly as just for a brief overview as well. So here we go. Sorry if you get a little bit of wind noise. I'm out in my front yard here just to get a little bit better light. Okay, so this is the Interphone mount. I'm going to pull it off of the RAM mount, the Interphone case, I'm sorry. I'm going to pull it off the RAM mount real quickly just so you can see kind of what the RAM mount looks like and what the case looks like. I actually have it tethered to the handlebar right now, so I'm just going to hold it kind of close here. But just a brief overview of the setup. I do have a set of bar risers mounted to the bike, and this is a 2010 Concours 14. Got the bar risers with the integrated RAM ball, and I've got I believe it's a 4-inch, it's either a 3 or a 4-inch RAM extension. And then this piece right above that I found on the UK eBay site. Didn't find it on a on a US vendor, but I did order it from them, just kind of hoping that it would be a quality piece and durable. It seems to be. It's basically what it's called is an Interphone to RAM adapter, because the mount that comes with the Interphone Procase is actually the smaller ball, which I'm not sure exactly what size that is, but it doesn't fit the RAM mount. So I ordered this adapter that does fit the standard 1-inch RAM sizing. So I've got that on there. It does have a latch, and there was some concern that latch might not be very durable, but it seems to be. I've ridden with it a very limited amount, so I don't have a great review of it yet, but it doesn't vibrate, doesn't rattle around, doesn't move. It's rock solid so far. Haven't been down any rough or dirt roads with it yet, which I do on occasion on this bike. Nothing more than just a gravel road or anything like that. So if you are going to use it or thinking about using this setup for, forest or forest service roads or fire roads, anything like that might be a little rougher, I can't really speak to how well it'll work in that scenario. Looks like it's going to work pretty good so far in this scenario, however. Okay, so I'm just going to slide the Procase onto that adapter, and it just kind of fits on like that. Slide it down, and it clicks in, and now it is pretty darn secure on there. I've got the RAM ball tightened down pretty good, so it does not move at all. Had a great suggestion on the Two Wheel Texan forums. Sorry, I can't remember the username, but he recommended putting some shrink wrap over the RAM balls to increase their grip and their durability. So I'll probably give that a shot, so thanks for that suggestion. Alright, so here's the Interphone Procase. It hinges from the top. You just flip it open like that. I think the Procase is a pretty standard unit, but it comes with different inserts for depending on what model of phone you have. So I'm running a Galaxy S7. I believe this insert fits the S6 and the S7, and I'm sure they'll probably have the S8 available at some point as well. It fits various iPhone models. Not sure which ones, but definitely go. You can look that up either on the Interphone site, or Revzilla has them listed extensively as well. So anyway, this rubber insert just sits right down into the Procase very nicely. You can also see there is a window on the back of the Procase if you wanted to mount this vertically to use for video. I don't have mine in a position where that would work. It's too low when I turned it up vertically. But with a taller RAM mount, it would work very nicely. So the insert goes in first. Phone goes in. Cannot have a case on the phone, which I always have my phone in a case. So unfortunately, I will have to take it out of the case for this setup. That's just something I'll have to live with. Phone sits in there very nicely, very snug, nice and secure. And down at the bottom, you have the port for your charging on this phone. And the Interphone Procase comes with 2 plugs for this port here. It has one plug which is designed for your charging cord to pass through, and it's got a nice little hole and a tether and a clip and everything you need to do that. as well as it's cut open down the side so that you can get it over your charging cord. It also has a solid rubber plug that you can put in there if you don't want to run a charger with it, or if you manage to integrate wireless charging into your Procase, which I'm thinking about attempting to do. There seems to be plenty of room on this case, maybe even behind it, to integrate a charging coil. The S7 has wireless charging already built in, so I would just need the actual charging transmitter on the other side to make that work. So I might look into that to see if that's something that would work out in this scenario. Alright, so to mount your charging cord into this setup, I would recommend getting an additional charging cord and installing it into this plug and just leaving it so that you don't have to do this every time you get on the bike, which is what I will be doing as well. The charging plug needs to extend out of the charging cord needs to extend out of the rubber plug just a bit, and once you get it out where you need it, and you just have to kind of experiment with your particular phone model to see where it's going to go. It's about like that on the S7, and then you just slide it right in there and it fits just like that. Fits very nicely, fits very securely. The phone case comes with this collar, and I'll try to move my hand out of the way so you can see it, and it has a little rubber tether on it. This collar just slides right over your phone cord, and then slips right up over the end of the rubber pass-through plug and kind of snaps in there very securely. Now, once you've done this, you really don't need to take that rubber plug out every time you remove your phone. So I'll just kind of pick up the phone, remove it from the plug, and the charging cord can just stay right there just like that. When you're ready to go again, kind of pin down the plug with your thumb, slip it on, plug it in, and it sits right into the case just like that. One thing I did not consider when I kind of put this setup together is that the Samsung volume keys, which are right over here on the left side of the phone, are completely covered up in this scenario. You can't get to them with it in the Interphone Procase. Not the end of the world, as long as you remember before you go ahead and close this case up and gear up and set off on your ride, just go ahead and set your Bluetooth volume and your system volumes. As you Android users know, we have multiple volume settings on Android phones. I'm not sure how iPhone works, but just set all your volumes to maximum, set your screen brightness to maximum, and you won't have to worry about it in the future. Once you get it sealed into the case, if you need to adjust any of those things, or at least the volumes, you're going to have to go into the menu settings to get to the volume controls, since the volume keys are blocked off. Screen brightness can be controlled from the pull down menu from the top, so you do have that. Okay, so once you get that phone set in there and plugged into your charging cord, you just flip the lid down. Make sure your sliding latches are up, and just give it a click, and it actually latches those bottom latches very easily. And you pull down the side latches, and the phone is locked in and absolutely secure. It's completely waterproof, more so than if you just use the phone, which I know the phone is actually IPX or IP68 rated for water resistance. This makes it completely waterproof, since that rubber liner does seal against the lid on the inside. And gives it a lot more durability. If you should happen to vibrate it loose from the mount, it's got the tether. If the tether comes loose, if you lose that fail-safe and it tumbles down the road, I'm fairly certain it's going to survive that. Maybe not. I might be proven wrong. Hopefully not. But it seems to be very durable, very strong, and I think that it's going to take a lot of abuse. Now, the actual screen itself, it's not set to full. I don't think it's set to full brightness right now. But let's see here. Can't get to my. You know what? Let me see here. I wonder if my fingerprint reader would work. I don't know if it would or not. But when I'm connected to my Bluetooth headset, I actually have all of the security locks disabled, so that I don't have to unlock the screen or anything like that when I press the home key. So we're set to, right now, almost full brightness. So let's let There's full brightness